birth, the sex, male or female, assigned to a child at birth, most often based on the child's external anatomy, also referred to as birth sex, natal sex, biological sex, or sex. Cisgender, a term for people whose gender identity generally matches the gender assigned for their physical sex. In other words, someone who does not identify as transgender. The word is derived from the Latin root cis, meaning on this side. Genderqueer and or non-binary, people whose gender identity and or gender expression falls outside the binary categories of man and woman. They may define their gender as falling somewhere in between man and woman, or they may define it as wholly different from these terms. Gender affirming, adjective used to refer to behaviors or interventions that affirm a transgender person's gender identity, e.g., a treatment using cross-sex hormones for a transgender patient may be called gender affirming, as can the use of a correctly gendered pronoun. Transgender, an umbrella term for people whose gender identity does not match the sex they were assigned at birth. Transgender people may identify as straight, gay, bisexual, or another sexual orientation. Transition, an individualized process in which transgender people move from living aligned with the sex they were assigned at birth to living aligned with their gender identity. There are three general aspects to transitioning: social, e.g., presentation, relationships, employment, names/pronouns, medical, e.g., hormones, surgery, mental health, and legal, e.g., changing gender marker and name on legal documents and identification. Each person's transition path is unique. Gender-affirming medical interventions. Bottom surgery, colloquial phrase to describe gender-affirming genital surgery. Breast augmentation, enlarging the breasts using breast implants. Chest masculinization, a bilateral mastectomy that removes most of the breast tissue, shapes a contoured male chest, and refines the nipples and areolas. Facial feminization surgery includes such procedures as reshaping the nose, brow or forehead lift, reshaping the chin, cheek and jaw, Adam's apple reduction, lip augmentation, hairline restoration, and earlobe reduction. Facial masculinization surgery includes forehead lengthening and augmentation, cheek augmentation, reshaping the nose and chin, jaw augmentation, thyroid cartilage enhancement to construct an Adam's apple. Hormone replacement therapy, HRT, the process in which transgender people choose to take a prescription of synthetic hormones. For transgender women, that may include estrogen as well as testosterone blockers. For transgender men, testosterone. Metoidioplasty, a surgical procedure that works with existing genital tissue to form a phallus or new penis. It can be performed on anyone with significant clitoral growth caused by using testosterone. Penile construction/phalloplasty. The construction of a penis generally includes several procedures that are often performed in tandem. They may include the following: a hysterectomy to remove the uterus, an oophorectomy to remove the ovaries, a vaginectomy to remove the vagina, a phalloplasty to turn a flap of donor skin into a phallus, a scrotectomy to turn the labia majora into a scrotum, a urethroplasty to lengthen and hook up the urethra inside the new phallus, a glanceplasty to sculpt the appearance of an uncircumcised penis tip, and a penile implant to allow for erection. Top surgery, colloquial phrase to describe gender-affirming surgery of the chest, either bilateral mastectomy or breast augmentation. Vaginal construction/vaginoplasty, a procedure in which surgeons may remove the penis and testes, if still present, and use tissues from the penis to construct the vagina, clitoris, and labia. Sources.
Okay. So, female to female, F to F, someone whose sex and or gender was assigned male at birth and who rejects that their gender was ever male. Male to male, which is MTM, someone whose sex and or gender was assigned female at birth and who rejects that their gender was ever female. For me, I use female to female. And I'm also pansexual, which, by the way, pansexual and omnisexual usually are basically the same thing. And I want to let you know that I have a Discord server that I run, and it has a lot of information. And I'm also updating these terms slowly by slowly. It is getting done. I'm working on it. So, the terms that I'm putting in there and definitions to educate you will be in there in the server. If I can, I'll end up putting the Discord link and the comment section or the description. So, let's also talk about validate, which is the same thing as visibility in a way. To acknowledge, support, or accept that something is real and legitimate. So, I was on a Discord server. I'm not going to say which one it was, but there was this whole falling out because I use female to female, and they say, well, it's a way that we are demonized. Okay, that's literally transphobia in a way. You're literally saying that I must conform to what you're saying, and I'm not going to do it. I'm allowed to say I'm female to female. I'm allowed to reject that I was ever male. I'm not saying that I was male. I'm not using that. That makes my gender dysphoria way worse than it already is right now. Now, it is never okay, even if you're trans, you can question something, but you cannot force it onto someone saying that they're not valid enough or should be recognized as such because they use a different term or a different alternative term for it, or they're this way or that way. All because the far right demonizes us. Fuck them. Screw them. I don't give a shit. Probably be demonetized because I said the cuss words. Oh well. And we're all human. Like, as long as you're not a pedophile and a groomer, like, what's the big deal? But much love to them. I'm sorry, I'm really tired. I'm really tired and exhausted. So I am a female to female. I am a girl. I always felt like a girl and a woman. I know I am. I rejected I was ever male because I'm not male. Women like me are women. Okay. I'm gonna end it on that note because I'm tired, and I'm gonna upload this. All right. I love you. Uh, much love, and much love, and